What if I told you that a single architectural breakthrough in 2017 completely revolutionized artificial intelligence? From ChatGPT to Google Translate, from code generation to image creation, it all traces back to one paper. Attention is all you need. Today, we're diving deep into the transformer architecture, the backbone of modern AI that made large language models possible. We'll break down its components step by step, understand why it was so groundbreaking, and see how it actually processes information. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how transformers work, why they're so powerful, and how they've become the foundation for the AI revolution we're witnessing today. Let's start with the problem they solved. Before transformers, we relied heavily on recurrent neural networks and LSTMs for sequence processing. These architectures had a fundamental limitation. They processed information sequentially, one word at a time from left to right. Imagine trying to understand a sentence by reading it one word at a time without being able to look back or ahead. This sequential processing created two major problems. First, training was slow because you couldn't parallelize. Each step depended on the previous one. Second, long-range dependencies were hard to capture. By the time you reached the end of a long sentence, the network had often forgotten important information from the beginning. The breakthrough insight was this. What if we could process all words simultaneously and let them directly communicate with each other? Is exactly what the attention mechanism in transformers achieves. Let's see how. The transformer architecture introduced a paradigm shift with its self-attention mechanism. Instead of processing sequences step by step, transformers can look at all positions simultaneously. Think of it like having a conversation where everyone can hear and respond to everyone else at the same time, rather than taking turns. The core innovation is the attention mechanism that calculates relationships between all words in a sequence. When processing the word it in the sentence, "The cat sat on the mat because it was tired," the attention mechanism can directly connect it to cat, regardless of the distance between them. This architecture consists of two main components, the encoder that understands the input and the decoder that generates the output. But the real magic happens in the attention layers. Let's break down each component. Self-attention is the heart of the transformer. For each word, we create three vectors: query, key, and value. Think of this like a database lookup. The query asks, "What am I looking for?" The key answers, "What do I represent?" And the value contains, "What information do I actually provide?" The attention calculation follows a simple formula. Attention equals softmax times QK transpose divided by the square root of DK, all times V. We compute how much each word should attend to every other word by taking the dot product of queries and keys, normalizing with softmax, then using these weights to combine the values. But here's where it gets really powerful: multi-head attention. Instead of having just one attention mechanism, we run multiple attention heads in parallel. Each head can focus on different types of relationships. One might capture syntactic relationships, another semantic ones, and another positional relationships. For example, in the sentence, "The bank can guarantee deposits will eventually cover future tuition costs because it has access to interest." One attention head might connect bank to deposits and interest, financial context, while another connects it to bank, pronoun resolution. Finally, we add positional encoding because, unlike RNNs, transformers don't inherently understand word order. We inject position information using sine and cosine functions that give each position a unique signature that the model can learn to interpret. Now let's walk through the complete transformer architecture. The encoder consists of 6 identical layers, each with 2 sublayers, multi-head self-attention, and a position-wise feed-forward network. Each sublayer has a residual connection followed by layer normalization. The decoder also has 6 layers, but with an additional masked self-attention layer. This masking is crucial. It prevents the decoder from cheating by looking at future tokens during training. When generating text, the model can only see what it has generated so far. Let's trace through an example, translating "Hello World" to French. The encoder processes both words simultaneously, creating rich representations that capture not just individual word meanings, but their relationship. The decoder then generates bonjour and monde, step by step, but each step considers the full input context. The feed-forward networks in each layer are crucial, but often overlooked. They're simple 2-layer networks that process each position independently. Think of them as giving the model space to think about what it learned from attention before passing information to the next layer. Layer normalization and residual connections are the unsung heroes that make training stable. Without them, these deep networks would be nearly impossible to train effectively. They ensure gradients flow properly and prevent the vanishing gradient problem. So why did transformers become so dominant? 3 key advantages: parallelization, long-range dependencies, and scalability. Unlike RNNs that process sequentially, transformers can process entire sequences in parallel, making training dramatically faster on modern GPUs. The attention mechanism directly connects any 2 positions in a sequence, solving the long-range dependency problem that plagued earlier architectures. Whether words are 5 positions apart or 500, the connection strength is computed directly. No information needs to travel through intermediate steps. Most importantly, transformers scale beautifully. As we add more parameters, layers, and training data, performance continues to improve. This scaling property is what enabled the jump from BERT to GPT-3 to GPT-4, each orders of magnitude larger than the last. The impact has been revolutionary. Large language models like GPT series, Claude, and Gemini all use transformer architecture. Machine translation systems like Google Translate became dramatically more accurate. Code generation tools like GitHub Copilot can understand and generate code across multiple programming languages. But it's not just text. Vision transformers are competing with CNNs in image recognition. Multimodal models can understand both text and images. Even protein folding prediction and drug discovery are being transformed by attention-based architectures. The principles of self-attention are proving universal across domains. We've journeyed from the limitations of sequential processing to the revolutionary power of attention. The transformer architecture didn't just improve existing systems, it fundamentally changed how we think about sequence processing and representation learning. From its humble beginnings in machine translation, it has become the foundation of the modern AI era. Understanding transformers is understanding the present and future of artificial intelligence. What will you build with this knowledge?